Hey everyone, this knot is called the lesser Pekada knot, and the reason why it's called the lesser Pekada knot, or the reason why I've named it the lesser Pekada knot, is because it's tied exactly like a Pekada knot. It looks pretty much like a Pekada knot, but the difference is that it's tied with the little end. So really you can look at my other Pekada knot tying video, but because it's tied with a little end, it's actually easier to tie. And I'll talk a bit more about the benefits later. Okay, and I'm gonna take this thing off. Or try. So again, it's tied with the little end, and what that makes a difference with the what's the reason why that's better, or in my opinion, than the Pekada knot, is because it's easier to test the size or the length. The only downside is that you don't get the double tie, which is okay with me. All right, so I'm going to start it so that the bottom is at my belt approximately. Okay, and then we're going to start with the little end on the bottom, like below. This is your, wait a minute, yeah, this is your left hand, and this is your right hand, or my right hand. Well, not exactly, but it's okay. So you're going to start on the right side. You're going to flip it over through the tying portion, like so, and you're going to end up back on the right side. Okay, now you're going to cross over the front, and you'll notice that this is the seam side. If you have a reversible tie, it'll be really cool because it'll be different color than your actual tie. Okay, and then now we're going to go up through the left side. Okay, and then back onto the left side, like that, and behind to the right side, and then up and through. We're going to go through this. Hang on. So we're going to go up, okay, and then through this hoop that we just made, alright, like that. Alright. So this reminds me of a cape knot. I don't think it's a cape knot because of the fact that it's backwards, but it sort of gives me the reminder of it. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're going to start on the right side, okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to thread it through again like a hoop through this thing here. Okay. One of the things I like about the Pekada knot is that it gives this illusion that there's kind of like something going on behind, but really it's just two loops. I know it's boring, but that's cool with me. Alright, so now you're on the left side. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to sort of, what I'm going to show you is that you're going to move your tie away, and you want the resulting tie, the small end, the little end, to go through this hole here. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger there, okay, and sort of find your way through. Let's see. And that ends here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the little end, you're going to feed it through, again, that hoop, and you're going to pull it. It's a little bit wonky. That's okay. That is perfectly okay. Looks pretty nice too, actually. So some more reasons why I prefer this version of the Pekada knot more than the original Pekada is because if you were to tie this with a big end, you get a very wrinkly tie, and that looks really ugly. But if you try to tighten it, it looks uglier. So that's why I like the little Pekada, the lesser Pekada, because like the little end doesn't mess around. The only problem is, first of all, that the little end's not in the front. But if you notice with the Pekada tie, usually you need to wear a vest, and the reason is because the tie, if you want the two small ties to be the right size, they're going to be really small. The good thing about this is that you can keep your long end as long as you want it to be, whereas while the small end will be small. In this case, what I usually do is I put a tie clip, my curling tie clip, like so. And what that does is that it prevents the tie from, or the little end from coming out when you tilt either way. But we're not going to do that yet. Alright. So when you're satisfied with it, this does take a bit of fooling around with, in my opinion. Once you're satisfied with it, you can then pull it up with a big end. I sort of suggest that you keep your collar looser, and the reason is because if you keep it too tight, you don't see enough of the picada to like really understand how cool it looks. Like, you don't see the troll aspect of it. But I mean, this is a little tight, I would say. You keep it a little loose, it looks cool. You see, these two parts appear to be joined, but they're not. They're like hoops, as we showed before. That's it. That's the lesser picada. It's exactly a picada knot, but tied with a little end, and I like it because it's easier to tie. I can actually tie this as opposed to the picada knot, and it actually looks pretty nice. Again, if you're using a reversible tie, these two parts, or these three parts, will be different than these two or three parts. And if that looks cool, well, try it out. Thank you for watching.